This is Clockwork Orange Crushed, one of my two project cars, the other one being the 1973 VW bus I own. Let me tell you a little bit about this car. Back in April of 2015, I was cruising Craigslist looking for cars that were built before 1976, and I came across an ad for this car. And it was a project car. It didn't have an engine, and it had been damaged in an accident. On the right side, it had been sideswiped or something. So the right fender, which had been welded on, had been damaged beyond repair. The door was dented, and the front fender was, quarter panel was dented as well. But I love the car. It looks like a Karmann Ghia. Everybody thinks it's a Karmann Ghia, but it's actually a Type 4 VW station wagon that had been modified back in the 80s. So I purchased the car for $800, had it shipped to my house. And later in the year, I was disassembling the car. I was taking the fenders off, and I saw etched in the side basically the letters ICK. And then below that, I saw an etching which I eventually figured out read low profile. So I went onto the Samba.com and I asked the train spotters over there, hey, anyone know the history of this car? That was in January of 2016. Later on, a couple weeks later, this guy, Brian67, writes back, yeah, it was in VW Trends feature. It was a VW Trends feature, and I'm pretty sure it was on the cover, too. So this is how, into VWs these guys are. Later on, he found the magazine, because apparently he owned it. And he said, he told me it was on the August of 1989 issue. And he posted some pictures of it, and sure enough, it was the same car. It had in better condition, obviously, but it was definitely the same car. Somebody else on the same forum asked, hey, did you happen to catch the name of the model? Because as you can see on the cover, there's a bikini-clad model. And this guy says, yeah, whoever she is, she's 27 years older now. And Brian happened to know her name, which is strange. Her name was Linda Sobek, and I use the past tense because, as somebody else pointed out on that same forum, it's a very sad story about her. Apparently she was sexually assaulted and murdered on November 16th of 1995 by a photographer named Charles E. Rathbun. I was finally able to purchase a copy of the magazine and found some more information about the car. The car was originally begun by somebody by the name of Ichabod Ellis, Mark Ichabod Ellis. Ichabod was a nickname, so that explained the ICK. And the model on the cover, as I said earlier, was Linda Sobek, and you can find her if you Google search her, an article about her, that crime, which was at the time a bit of a cause celeb. But in any case, that's the story behind this car. Alrighty, good people, it's about 6:30 at night. I'm about to drive off to Lovelock, Nevada. I spent the day doing a number of things at our house that we sold, as you can see, including putting this onto this trailer and getting that trailer ready to be towed. So that's ready to be towed now. And here we go. Well, good people, are you ready for some white trash engineering? Look at that. Unloaded it from my trailer onto cinder blocks. Reason being, I gotta put this on the trailer first. Well, good people, there it is, all loaded up, so I can go store this thing until I buy my next house. Hello, Choco the dog. Alrighty, good people, I got the white trash engineer project all loaded up and ready to go. I gotta go take it to a parking lot that I'm renting. For some reason this blinker doesn't work on the left side. Alrighty, it's gonna be about an hour drive from here. Well, good people, I've just dropped my second project car off in Rio Vista, California. Space number 73. And there's a lot of interesting stuff being stored here. A lot of it junk. My stuff's junk. There's one of those GM motorhomes that are famous in the RV community. There is a Samurai, Suzuki Samurai. Don't see those anymore. Old Thunderbird, and I don't know what this is, this blue thing over here. That's an Impala over there, obviously. 63, 64, 65 Impala. This is, I don't know what this is. This looks like some Burning Man van and vehicle. Somebody took that limousine and decided it was worth something. It isn't. There's an old either International or Studebaker. There's my stuff. There's my junk right there. It took a hell of a lot to get this thing here, let me tell you. Putting that thing on the trailer would be just easier for me to buy an actual trailer that's for, you know, moving cars. But no, everything I have to do uniquely. Otherwise known as stupidly. An International, yep. That's what it is. Warning. Oh, I thought that was a Thunderbird. I assume that's a Thunderbird from the rear, but it's not. Or maybe it's not. A Mini. What is that? Is that a Lincoln? I think it's a Lincoln Continental. Looks like a Thunderbird. VIP tour. Somebody's dream of living off the grid, sitting right there. Sightseeing bus of San Francisco. This guy looks like he has a hookup right here. This guy looks like he's living in that thing. Now, there's some trick to getting out of here, and I don't remember what it is. Terminal out of order. Please use side access to open gate from outside terminal. Side access is locked with a chain. I'm literally stuck in here. That's awesome. Well, this is the town of Rio Vista, which I've never heard of before. I just had lunch there. Probably the worst ribeye I've had in ever. Very nice waitress though. Bar was full, the restaurant was empty. Barbershop, church. I could see myself living here. Video store, Jesus Christ. I guess it's a deli now. Needless to say, I gotta go back and start looking at what property values are around here. Is that El Camino? That's a small little house. It's cute. eccentric lives in there. Another church, maybe this is a local Catholic church. Congregation church. Back to the water down here. Rio Vista Museum. Haps Bait. And it's one of those California towns that you don't know exist. You know, stopped in time.